This is Kevin Harlan. We've got Steve Smith and Greg Anthony at the table with me. And the fourth member of our crew, David Aldridge, our sideline reporter. Hey, Dave.
Well, thank you very much. Now, the NBA has accepted that this is an era of player movement. Commissioner Adam Silver says the data shows that superstars moving isn't necessary.
It always does. It keeps the fans involved and looking for more. David, thanks. Let's check out Indiana's starting lineup. They've got Mitchell. Harris is out there with Johnson. And it's Horton in at the 1. And for Miami. And, of course, one of the league's longest tenured coaches, GA, is Eric Spoelstra. And he's having a Hall of Fame level career.
And you look at the ground he broke when he was first hired. Not only young, Spo was the first Asian-American head coach in any of the 4 major North American sports league and worked his way up from video coordinator.
No tricks, only treats here, Greg, is we've got NBA action on Halloween. Greg, I have seen you sport some very interesting costumes over the years.
Yeah, the kids love it when I get dressed up and go trick-or-treating with them, and then I get to go through their candy stash. So Mitchell in there.
Mitchell, first personal foul, first team foul.
Miami shooting their first free throws of the game. And he makes the first. He doesn't get the second one.
Yeah, look, you'd like to take the lead on that possession, but at least he was able to tie the game up.
Finish off the break.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
For three, Harris kept alive by Indiana. That one falls.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Reason why: lack of focus, lack of communication, which led to second chance points.
And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now. These, the new power rankings, they tell a great story. You look at Atlanta. They ascend up the list to number 3 with some spirited play.
And right now, for Miami, they are rolling, showing a lot of belief in themselves. The fan base is energized. We'll see if they can keep this up. And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Stolen. Mitchell outside. Johnson down low. And it's Miami with the rebound. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
And boy, did that game nearly get away from them. But they were a little bit fortunate to have survived at the end of regulation.
They were extremely lucky. I think they took their opponent for granted a little, and it nearly cost them.
And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they'll count the bucket.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
And that was the Mobile One drive. Well worth a second look.
And the awareness of his footwork and body on that drive. Wow.
We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. And there it is for him.
Assisted by Tyler.
Pacers have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Harris outside. Indiana moving it around. The wing jumper off target.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
That's a nice read. The value of keeping your eyes up.
Here's Horton. It's tipped, and that's out of bounds. Indiana will retain possession. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. The three. The shot off that time. Well, he'd go the other way with it. This game against Indiana, the first time they've met this season.
Oh, yes. Goodness. Oh, let's go home. That was just ridiculous.
I do not remember the last time I saw a dunk like that in a game. On our AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you just saw an explosive highlight. He takes it in.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
Turning defense into offense. Every coach talks about it. Perfect example right there.
Got a piece of it. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. And the officials call a traveling violation.
But if you really want to make things hard on yourself, this is exactly how you do it. Turnovers on back-to-back trips down the floor.
So Indiana ends up with a new group on the floor. Now here's Iguodala. No points in the game yet for him.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Pass to Mathurin. That's tipped. And Miami calls their first time out of the game.
All right, Heat fans, make some noise once again for your Miami Heat dancers.
Here's Keel. Outside Korver. Hands in the high post. Here's Mathurin. And airballs the triple. That one was way off. There's the drive. The second chance effort. Out of bounds. Indiana takes possession. And that kind of stifling effort on defense needs another look.
And right out of the gate, trying to set the tone defensively, you gotta love that.
So timeout called here in the first for Indiana. They're coming into this game off that recent loss to Atlanta.
And that was a game to forget. You'd like to find some teachable moments, but I think they'd like to just turn the page and move forward.
Nothing wrong with that. Sometimes we overanalyze things. Can be better to just let it go.
And that one, good. Keels got 5 points so far. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Heat.
The way they've been going after steals in this game, it has been super impressive. They are wreaking havoc right now.
And they've also done a great job turning defense into offense tonight, creating turnovers and capitalizing on the other end.
There's the pass to Nance. Shot clock at 6. Here's Korver.
And trailing here in the first, you'd like to see them be a little more aggressive on the offensive glass.
Keels misses. Pacers trail by 7. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And so it looks like the Pacers will retain possession here. And Indiana making a change here. Rice is checked in. Another steal. Here's Keels. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And that's a special play coming from the one spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow.
It just shows you the versatility. This guy can do a lot of different things for you. Woo!
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Here's the machine. His last outing, 16 points for him. How's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
Incredible reverse throwdown. Excellent body control.
And guys, I'd even go as far to say that was a punctuation dunk. Ball's knocked loose. Goes up. Oh! Boom, he jams it straight down.
And you can see their strategy coming in. They want to control the paint.
This is my type of approach. Get some high percentage looks. Then later, you can play inside out.
And so it's the Miami Heat holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. Their defense has been active and effective. And don't go away. We'll be right back.
Your Heat Youth Dance Team.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And for the Heat here, they've been putting on a show, guys.
You could see they were well prepared defensively coming into this one.
Yes, what they do, they take away the things that teams like to do offensively, also keeping them out of sync.
So with Johnson sitting on the bench, here's who Rick Carlisle's going with. We've got T.J. Warren. He's out there with Harris. Stone out there with Mitchell. And it's Horton in at the point. The shot's good. Harris has got his first points in this one.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
The Pacers pull it in. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. From the baseline. Shot is good, and the Heat's lead is cut down to 9 in the bucket from Horton.
And when he breaks out the crossover, you can be sure he's going to leave somebody in his way.
Sinks that one from the post. And the Heat lead by 11. And we've played through the first minute here in the second. Mitchell outside. Passes it to Horton. Plenty of space. And Ware pulls it down.
It can be a little disheartening when you do everything right and come away with nothing.
And a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
And that's a momentum shifter. A steal leading straight to the basket.
And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game. Greg, we know from time to time things get pretty chippy out there. What kind of things would get under your skin when you played in the NBA?
Oh, guys tended to talk a little trash, and that could rattle you. That could bother you at times, but you really just tried to maintain your focus and keeping your eye on the prize.
And here are the Heat now. The Pacers making the shot. To the middle. And he lays it straight in. Ware's got 4 points this quarter.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
This is what happens when you start to break your opponent's spirit. The resistance is no longer there.
Number 24.
Knocks it loose. And so it looks like the Pacers will retain possession here. Shot from the inbound. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
To the wing right side. 14 feet away. Can't hit that one. Good D by Mitchell. And it's Mitchell with the jam.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Yeah, defensively, your mantra at this point has to be no easy buckets.
Pacers trail by 7. Tipped away. In transition, here comes Miami. It's rebounded by Indiana. Here's Harris. Tips it up.
I love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed.
Nice work to get it inside and draw contact.
The Heat shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Number 2.
And one of the highlights last year for this group was the fact that they were so efficient from the charity stripe. That's a huge factor.
Here's Mathurin. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Takes it inside.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
Turning defense into offense. Every coach talks about it. Perfect example right there.
All alone, rips down the breakaway slam.
And going to the windmill dunk to turn this place on its ear.
This crowd is stunned. And he drops in the layup off the glass. He's got 10.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
And on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you can see how impressive that move was. They grabbed their own miss. And there's the bucket. Stay with it on the offensive glass, getting it done.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
Plays it up and banks it in.
And they've repeatedly broke inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off. I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
The Pacers making a switch here. Rice is checked in. Heat on D. This is the most they've led by, 13 points. Pass to Corver. 6 on the shot clock. Misses the 3. The Heat have gone 7 for 10 here in the second quarter. They'd like to keep up that nice pace. Left block shot on the way. And the Heat get another bucket right there.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter. And now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Pass to Nance. From the line. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going. Here's Ware. And no good. And we finished one half of basketball. Miami ahead. as they end the second quarter on a 12-4 run. And the Jets now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks. Here with Rick Carlisle. Coach, what was the biggest concern for you in the first half?
Well, shot making wasn't good early. We had problems defending the post, obviously, and the rebounding is a big challenge with these guys, so we got to pick it up in all those areas.
A lot to talk about as you go through the game. Thanks. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, folks, can't tell you how much it means to us to have you back with us on the halftime show on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. Means the world, doesn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so big. So it's Miami who's out on top at the half. They have a 13-point lead. And over to Shaq. What'd you think about Miami?
They're playing with speed, pushing the ball off turnovers and long rebounds, running every chance they get. Because we all know scoring on the break is so much easier than finding open shots in the half court.
And Kenny, let's get your input on the Pacers.
Well, it's never you're playing against a team that's on fire. This team was on fire. They showed effort on defense, but it didn't matter. They couldn't get the stops. I don't think the opponent could sustain this kind of shooting.
And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's send you back to Kevin Harlan. Go back to Kevin Harlan. Go over there.
Time to turn up the heat with your very own.
And welcome back to the second half of our Halloween broadcast. Here's the machine. Clocks in the layup for two. He has 6.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
And for the Pacers, they've got Harris. Mitchell is out there with Johnson. And it's Horton in at the 1 spot. And the shot goes in.
Unselfish, moving the ball. Love to see this kind of offense.
And for the Heat, taken away. Harris outside. And the rejection by Iguodala. Count it. 8 points for Johnson. Miami leading by 11. Here's the machine. Not going to go that time. Good D by Mitchell. From the wing. And no good that time. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. And it's Harris with the ball for the Pacers. To the paint. And with that one. The lead is trimmed to single digits.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Listen, put the ball in the hands of your best scorers and let them go to work. Keep it simple.
A machine. That's good.
Shooting at a high clip, he's found ways to get quality looks.
To the inside. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Oh, reversed it home. That was pretty.
Agreed. The agility on display. Hook loose. Pacers trail by 9. In the corner, it's Harris. Mitchell trying to free himself. That's good from Harris on the assist by Mitchell.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
You want your bigs playing big. Rips it down in traffic.
Johnson scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
And the Heat call time here.
He does not look happy. Their defensive rebounding has been putrid, and they're giving up a ton of second chance points.
Got a piece of it. And Harris wide open. He shoots from outside off the mark.
I can see he's pressing a little now, trying desperately to help them shrink this deficit.
Over to the left wing. And he uses the glass on the lane. 8 points for him.
That's the pass you want. Orchestrate the offense, creating for others.
Fires the three. That one's not going to go. And it's Miami the other way.
When they funk this quarter, he's trying to shoot his way out of it.
Here's Stone. And the shot goes in.
Well, and it took a terrific effort at both ends to sustain this run.
They've shown a lot of heart, a lot of fight, but they're close to taking the lead.
And he comes up with the deuce. And the Heat lead by 7.
Almost an impossible shot to block in the post. The defender can't give up that much of a height advantage and expect to contest it.
Substitution on the court.
Here's Mathurin, and he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
At the line for the Pacers.
So he gets them both. So it's Miami now. It's a 5-point game. A putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
I tell you what, he was on a mission on that possession. Did not stop working until he got it up and in.
Nance outside. We've got 1:48 left in the third quarter. 6 to shoot. Indiana needs to get a shot off. Corver. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
Yeah, but the hand in the face. It's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
And here's Iguodala outside. Pacers trail by 7. Inside. Here's Corver. A shot's good on the assist by Nance.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded out game.
1:04 left to play here in the third. Fires the 3. Connects from 3-point range. He has 7.
And that pick takes the lead totally out of the equation.
Hey, if you're not going to fight over, you're essentially giving the shooter the look he wants.
Free throw line jump shot. No good off the front iron. Miami leading by 8. The pass to the machine. Now here's Iguodala. Passes it to Keel. And it's blocked. Outside Corver, and that's out of bounds. Indiana will retain possession.
Indiana ball. Substitution for the Pacers.
17 seconds left in the third. The shot by Mitchell, no good. A nice shot by Keel. And it's a 10-point Heat lead.
And he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
And so it's Miami with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. Their lead is where it is because they've got good shots. A lot of good shots. Right back after this break. Let's listen in on what Eric Spoelstra had to say to his team.
Once you get the rebound, get to those corners, race for it, okay?
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. On the court for Indiana, Harris is out there with Johnson. Then it's Mitchell, and it's Rice in at the 3 spot. The Heat leading by 8. The bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
All right, well, look at how the points have been generated so far. Scoring breakdown for Miami.
They are dominating the paint in this one. Consistent work inside throughout the game.
And another stat that they've excelled at is points off assists. They're moving the ball around and creating great looks for one another.
Number 15, Second personal foul.
That's good from Harris.
Shooting for Indiana.
He hits one and misses one, each at the line. The Heat shooting indicative of smooth offensive play. Up at 60%. They're a machine from the floor. Pacers trail by 10. Here's Horton.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you can see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up. Pass to Keel. Miami no good on that time either. The Pacers shooting with confidence, 50% from the field so far. Here's Horton. Not a hand on it. Iguodala outside. The Pacers pull it in. Harris outside. To the middle. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
Miami.
And how much do you love to see a guy with the skill and the nerve to pull off that run?
Well, you know, Greg, if it was any other player, it might be surprising. But he is just so good. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Well, guys, during the last break, I listened to Eric Spoelstra address the team. He told them, look, you're in a good spot. The one thing I want you guys